Hi everyone. So my name is Tatiana Shanks. So basically my client, her name is Tanisha. She's a 40-year-old African American female who lives in the suburbs in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. She has been married for 16 years and currently has two children, ages 14 and 12. Tanisha previously worked for Delta Airlines as a stewardess. However, her diagnosis she had been diagnosed 2 years ago with fibromyalgia. Um, this diagnosis, Tanisha had to leave work and is currently collecting disability and was referred to me by her primary care physician after being diagnosed with, the disease fibromyalgia, which causes depressive episodes. And her primary complaints are that she believes that she's a hindrance to her husband and her children. She describes her experience as completely horrible due to being bedridden, um, because she used to be able to do extracurricular activities with her children and with her husband, and she feels like she has become a complete burden to them all. She has very sporadic outbursts throughout the day. She's very depressed on and off. The intervention that I will be using is cognitive behavioral therapy, otherwise known as um, CBT, where I will be focusing on the cognitive distortions that Tanisha has that are contributing to her feelings of despair, which ultimately affects her behaviors demonstrated while at home with her husband and her children. Um, so during this time, I will be trying to obtain knowledge on her background of how she um, used to live prior to. And as I'm focusing on the cognitive behavioral therapy, I am going to really try to get her to understand and focus on the fact that she isn't a burden to her family, that her family actually loves her. I want to know why she feels depressed, um, why she feels like she's a burden, with things that she does, that she actually, what things did she used to do in her life that she can't do now that makes her feel very different, um, as far as her family dynamics and how she feels like she's impacting each individual of her family. And then now, as opposed to now, and how they are actually impacting her. I want her to see that her family actually does love her, and they did um, redirect their own schedules due to helping her, as it being a positive thing rather than a negative thing. I want her to understand that her family members are still there for her because they love her, not because they have to be there for her, but because they genuinely want to give back to her as she has given back to them. She has proven that she is dedicated to her family, therefore, they want to do the same for her. So I think that will help her basically grasp a hold to the importance of her own life. And even though that she is ill, she still means a multitude to each person in her family, and that she's not worthless as she feels. I think that's very important to really get inside her head and try to um, get her to understand that. Um, I think that will eliminate some of the depressive episodes and sporadic tendencies. Also, I want to be able to give her a plan where she will be able to have activities that will help improve her mental state as well as her physical state. In addition to that, I want her to be able to um, think about coming in again and with her family, so that she can really talk to them and express herself and how she feels to them, so that they will be able to also do the same, to understand that, you know they do cherish her, and that they understand the circumstances that surrounds why she can't be the same person that she was, but then also let her see that there are still things that she can do, because with fibromyalgia, it is a disease that has horrible effects on the body. However, it still does allow you to do certain exercises that actually improve your daily health. So I want her to be able to get outside of what she normally does, now as far as bed rest to be a better person for herself and her family, as well as seeing that she can still have the same impact on them as she had before. So I hope you enjoyed this and have a great rest of your day.